Hello, everybody. Today in my presentation, I'm going to talk about coal-fired plants and their effect on the environment and humans. So, I was really curious to find out more about number one source of energy in the U.S. And as everybody knows, pretty much coal-fired plants are pretty much everywhere. To begin with, I'll explain you guys a little bit more about coal and how it turned into energy. So, coal, it's the world's most abundant fossil fuel, and it's compressed in organic material. So there are three forms of it exist, and they are lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. That they all have their own form and qualities. So anthracite coal, we can say it's the cleanest one of the burning of the three, and lignite is the dirtiest. So the United States has very large reserves of lignite and bituminous coal, and therefore it is the fossil fuel that is used most to produce energy. It makes 50% of the country's energy, and it's also one of the cheapest forms of energy because it does not need to be imported into the United States. So I guess that's an advantage for this country. And well, coal it's turned into energy at a coal-fired plant, and after the coal is mined, it's brought to the plant and it's burned to produce steam. So as like after we have steam, like it rotates in a turbine, and like the spinning makes energy. So like the energy is put into like our homes, so like that we can have like um, light and stuff. So like some people are like really aware of this process, but few know like a lot about the bad effects that coal fire plants have on the earth and even on ourselves. So now, when the coal is burned into the process, many pollutants are emitted into the air. So like the coal-fired power plants contribute like 96% of sulfur dioxide emissions, which is called SO2. 93% of nitrogen oxide emissions, NOx. 88% of carbon dioxide emissions, CO2, and 99% of mercury emission, like according to the research done by Greenpeace. Like these emissions like are taken in by the environment, which they can cause like acid rain, and then like the pollutes waterways, and like after that, the burning of coal also like adds to global warming, and by releasing carbon into the atmosphere, creates all of these like issues we have these days. So the burning of the coal also affects us humans, that like we breathe in the bad emissions from the coal, and like all people who live closest to the plants are affected the most, of course, but people that don't really live next to those plants are safer. And with these emissions, like they can cause cancer, problems with lungs, problems with child development, which are a pretty big deal. So, like, in order to have a healthier people and healthier planet, there needs to be a reduction of this energy. So, like, coal-fired plants and the increase of alternative source of energy, like natural gases and like nuclear. But we gotta be careful with nuclear in these days now. So like solar and wind power are like a good replacement for coal energy because like they like don't really emit as many pollutants as the coal fire plants, but Of course, each of these alternative energies have problems with their own, but compared to the effects of coal energy, they're positive options. So, um, all I'm asking you, it's what can you do, you and your families, to fix this problem of pollutant emissions for coal-fired plants? Well, you should become more active in your own town, be really vocal about the effects of these plants, and really try to like get attention from your local congressperson. Like, if you're really interested, you can make pretty much something happen. Like, should like be really active, and you can also like install alternative energy sources like solar panels on your roof. Like, I'm experiencing this kind of alternative energy because back home we have I think three panels on our roof, and like the bill, it's not as expensive as it used to be, and this is a pretty good deal, I guess, even though they're kind of expensive. But well, um, use those alternative energy source, and if you do that, everything will be better, and this will reduce the use of coal and energy on a local level. So that's it for today. I hope my message was clear, and thank you for listening to me.